Just a little bit.
I give it a 2 out of 10.
All right, so what, like, Troll versus Hoodwink DK? Like, can you actually run DK out of lane? I don't think so, right?
Not that easily. Maybe you kill him once early, but I mean, at the same time, it's pretty hard for DK to abuse a troll because you can play that ranged game. This pick to me is mainly, I think he really likes the Wraith King matchup here, which I think should be good in general for troll, as long as you don't have ways of prolonging the fight. Pugna's pretty annoying in that regard, but outside of that, there's not a huge amount.
Yeah.
And like, you're just gonna annihilate this Wraith King late game if you get your items. Another big thing is Storm. I think Troll's really good at shutting down Storm.
Why?
You're one of these heroes when he goes in, if you ever blind him, it's super annoying.
Okay.
And then at some point, you just ult and you net this guy and you 100 to 0.
And especially now that Storms no longer go the Orchid build, like there isn't that threat as much of like early on being hunted by the Storm and getting Orchid 100 to 0. Yeah.
So I think for your Toro hero, he's pretty confident in the carry matchup. He's giving some extra utility in terms of helping his team deal with the Storm in the fights, and like that was a good enough reason to pick it up. I also think when that Storm Tiny matchup is in drafts like this, we're going to see it the whole tournament. A lot of these European CIS teams love this mid Tiny versus Storm. I tend to agree it's one of the better answers to 0 on the mid lane. Your timings are amazing. You have huge magic damage, burst, and stun to kill him in the fights. You're super tanky. You lane well. So it's kind of like a free matchup there as well.
Okay, game to.
Taking another carry here.
Let's go.
I like it. I think it's
smoke parehas, oh.
Draft for Fnatic to fight up. It's extremely well rounded from Spirit, and it's pretty much everything they want in a game.
Early smoke up from both sides this time around, as Fnatic, they did their 5-man smoke last time and immediately ran mid and got that nice aggressive ward that did net them an advantage here. Toro actually tosses the ward up to the high ground after, like, the smoke broke. They knew their heroes up here, but he threw it out there and got some information, but that ward's going to immediately get dewarded.
Well, someone's getting some gold.
Who would you give this to? Mid, right? You gave it to Armel? You give him the solo experience for the ward too?
If he wants to buy the Sentry, yeah, he could just take it out, but you could always just take it on one of the supports, you know. Yeah. I would just take it.
I feel like when you know the ward so early, like I was a core, like if I was a mid laner, I feel like I would be calling for that, you know? Like I've got the gold for it, I could do it in time, you know? But
he might run one out and kill it later or something. It's not some crazy laning ward that's going to affect the early level, so you can kill it later too. But
yeah, that's true. Spirit once again are getting the positioning here that they might be able to get 3 bounty runes just like they did last time. Jabs does manage to get it here, but he's going to be taking a lot of damage on its way out. In fact, slowed down. The breathe fire is going to slow down some of that damage, but it still doesn't feel great. It's actually Fnatic who walks away with 3, so they actually won some of the 1v1 right-click wars on this right side. So
lost the regen trade zone.
Yeah.
That's worrying for this top lane. Like, Jabs goes in this lane already at half HP. And there's potential here that Spirit could abuse him off of this. This Troll's a really good early harasser. We're going to see he's just going to lay into him.
Yeah. So Jabs, we'll see what he can do, what DJ does in response to this. They're at least going to secure the range creep. But things are going to be a little bit rough going for them. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, we have the Mars, Keeper of the Light, versus Pugna and Wraith King, which I feel like that's a pretty decent lane for Mars.
Yeah, he should be chilling for the most part. Yeah. I think Wraith King can do really well versus hero if he has the option to play aggressive on him with the skeleton timings and just gain the regen advantage, abuse the level 3 skeletons in particular. But I don't think Pugna is going to be the one to do it in this type of lane. Yeah. Especially when you're just taking all this coddle harass. It's like, it's just way too hard to get that regen advantage where you can play aggressive. The one upside is they did get this hard camp block, which I think is super important for that lane bottom. Because this is a shove and pull lane, basically by default. It's every coddle lane. Yeah, I fully expect Mirror to try and deward that at some point.
Yeah, I don't know how you play a coddle lane that isn't immediately shoving it into the enemy as quick as possible. Our mid lane matchup, Armel versus Toronto Tokyo. And Armel was quite the beast early on at being able to put a lot of harassment onto Toronto Tokyo. And once again, he's kind of in a favorable harassment matchup, right? Storm Spirit versus a melee hero.
Yeah, it's tiny a melee hero though.
That's true. That's true. He did just get that CS from like 300 range. So
this guy is, he is a hero. That's all I'll say about that one. But his hero, it's hard to destroy this hero mid. You can probably get a slight edge. I mean, Storm is just a ridiculous mid laner. Like, Static Remnant is it's an abomination of a spell, let's be honest. This thing is so hard to beat. He will out-farm almost anybody on mid lane unless you're killing him, which is almost nothing in this meta.
Oh, nice setup here. Bushwhack, and they might just be able to get first blood off of this. Miposhka goes down as he underestimates the
first
power
blood agad,
of DJ's hoodwink.
Mapapawi dito Fnatic.
Lead off here. Bottom lane, they're going to get a little bit aggressive, like you said.
Ayaw
They can
magpa
use these
2-0 yata.
skeletons aggressively. They can actually beat out of Mars, but
And they didn't get this big camp.
Ganda nung tali na yun.
Yeah, Fnatic's doing a decent job of controlling these side lanes, winning them both. And this kill top, along with how that lane was going, super big for them. I can't overemphasize how much, like, this DK, he's gonna be able to do some work in this lane with the levels. That's all he needs. So anything that accelerates him there is amazing for their game progression, because it's not only gonna kick Yatoro out sooner than he'd like, but it'll start opening up these towers, which anytime you can open up the map for Wraith King Storm, they're gonna love it, because they'll use the space a lot. On top of this, DK wants to be this early game initiator. He wants to get a fast blink in this game and set up for himself to make stuff happen. Play with his Storm aggressively. This is the lane you want to be going amazing if you can pick one.
yeah.
And it's definitely going pretty good for them.
Yeah, especially considering the start and our concerns about like maybe Jabs being in trouble and getting run out of lane early.
Exactly.
He even like went for the skill point of Dragon Tail to ensure that first blood, and obviously it paid back in huge dividends being able to get a first blood bounty like that. So
And I think this lane is generally pretty good for him over the course of the lane, conceptually. It's just Dragon Knight's he's a high regen off laner with armor, right? And all Troll wants to do is he wants to harass you early so he gains advantage and then continue to harass you so he can abuse CS. TK just doesn't give you that window. Maybe you kill him once early, but eventually it's like a Timbersaw type thing. He just has too much regen.
got it again.
More aggressive.
Miposhka, he's gonna give away the Inkswell. They do manage to get it though. The miss came in and almost saved Miposhka's life.
Take a lot here though.
Yeah, on his way back out, they're gonna get a couple swipes in, and while the support is gone, they're gonna keep up the aggression on Yatoro. Unfortunately, missing out on that Bushwhack.
I was gonna say, get some more damage in there. That's a 2-on-1. You don't get that harass.
Yeah.
Dragon Knight's invincible at this point.
Jab's actually going for a second level of Breathe Fire, which I don't know if that was purely because of the. I figured you would just be going Dragon's Blood because, you know, regen and armor against Troll.
Oh, he's playing to win this lane.
Damn.
I like it. I think this is a lane they can win with how it's going. I think it's a good read. You know, why do you take a passive, man? Passives. They're skillless. You can't do anything with a passive. Their bottom skeleton push.
Yeah, they've been keeping this up. I'm a little bit surprised how much they've been able to push in this bottom lane against a Coddle, but
I think it's just this Pugna Coddle matchup. I know a lot of people talk about this, that you drop this Nether Ward down. It's a huge time. Coddle doesn't want to use Blast, and then you're reducing the damage on the lane. You might get a zap or two off. It's kind of an annoying lane matchup for Coddle. And Pugna's also a pretty fast hero with high base damage, so he can right-click you pretty evenly, whereas normally Coddle can outrange some of these trades. Maybe just an annoying lane for Spirit here, but as usual, Mira's getting up the stacks. At the same time, though, it's blocked, so
yeah, very awkward.
Fnatic one step ahead here.
Yeah, they really are. So he's just going to have these two to be able to farm, and even that, he's having a hard time cutting through them because, dude, these guys, by the way, not the Satyr Tormentors, these Acorns, Warpine Raiders, those guys have crazy stats.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta make some jungle creeps broken every now and then, so you know, like Shen and Ench have a good time.
You know, like Harpies and Frost Armor has been a constant.
Ano tingin niyo mga pre? Bato 2-0 ba tayo?
A
2-0?
lot better for Fnatic than last game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's anything on Spirit's side that's like snowballing and accelerating how to control it. The lineup is functioning a lot different.
Update nyo pala yung fantasy cards nyo. Nag-iba pala yung schedule para bukas.
They're gonna have a decent window here in this mid game where they can
Nag-iba schedule.
make stuff happen and blow it open, especially with this.
Parang tagdadalawang laban na lang yata bukas.
Did get that region on Storm, so maybe he really comes up here and try and make something happen. Like, the catapult's still alive up here, too.
Yeah. It seems like Spirit have kind of made that read. They did like a really aggressive lane ward in
Yeah, I
top.
noticed that. It's a good read by them. They're thinking about it. Because Yatoro knows this DK, he has 6. Like, alright, this guy wants to kill me. We're seeing how passive he's playing.
Yeah.
Fnatic, they're smoking up here.
Yeah, they bring in the 2 supports. Ooh, okay. They managed to TP Armel to bottom lane to be able to get that kill and collapse. We'll watch this setup here.
It might make Yatoro think he's not getting ganked here.
Yeah, he's like, no storms here, but it's actually the 2 supports. Now the argument TP and the Tiny, and things may turn here as Fnatic gotta be careful. The ward's already down, but Toronto Tokyo doesn't give a damn about the ward. They're just gonna all in on this Dragonite, and he's gonna throw him back. He could not get off the stick charges. Ultimately, Team Spirit had just enough burst damage.
Sayang.
That was almost an insane series.
Nabakapan agad mga tol.
They get that TK out there. It's super big for them.
Yeah.
But just a nice big kill.
Ito pa.
Yeah, Armel, he's going ham.
Kaya si Boss Armel doon. Galit na galit. Hindi pwede mag 2-0 to.
Armel in his first rotation catches 2 heroes. Back over to top lane. Genuel is in some trouble here, and Jabs won't really be able to stop it either. Toronto Tokyo, much like Armel, the mids did that rotation and then did that thing where they just
talagang factor
hide
pagka
out and
umiikot
keep
yung
farming neutral creeps and stay off
Nagro-rotate
map and
agad yung
go for the
mid
gank
game.
again.
Parang nababoost din yung confidence nung kabilang lane. Oy,
Not that it
nag-miss.
maybe matters. Mira's still dead.
Pero may
Toronto Tokyo might be
nagtitipi.
able to catch Armel though. He's low on mana.
Huli.
He's got a couple of bottle charges here.
May
The
stun
silence
to.
on him plus the stun. It's going to be problematic. And DJ can do nothing to be able to stop this combo. Armel cannot get out. Big kill for Team Spirit.
lumagpas kasi yung ano ni DJ.
It's a super huge kill. Armel was snowballing so much, but now
Nice
you're
one.
shifting a lot of momentum back the
Nice
other way.
one.
Oh, the healing self save.
Nice
DJ, he's going to chase him into the trees. He's got another one of those
can't get
scurries,
the-
but he went
Oh!
right to Poshka. Stayed to the left-hand side.
Nice play.
Vision from the little squirrel.
That's a high level Grimstroke.
Grabe
That's
yun,
a
ah.
decent kill to get. Yeah, this Grim's almost level 6
Well
on
played,
some of those
well
kills.
played.
Which again is gonna pay dividends because his time
Grabe, no?
Link already. He's rushing it.
Yeah.
Ayaw talaga magpahuli
They're
ng
gonna
buhay.
go for this immediate
Long lead.
execution on
Naku po,
Yatoro now.
eh,
Yatoro
Yatoro
made the
naman.
read. He saw the TP coming in on that lane ward
Oy,
earlier, so he
oy,
dodged
oy,
the
oy,
big
oy,
jump
bushwhack.
from Storm, but
Galing.
too much for him to
Well
make
played.
it away. He's dead. 6-3 now for Fnatic as they pick up another one.
So this is the rotation I think I wanted to happen instead of that bottom one because I think it's the more impactful. I think that collapse kill bottom and then he got the other support up. Maybe that support kill shouldn't happen. I think that was really good for Armel's game. But at the same time, we saw Spirit earlier was preparing for that type of storm rotation top.
Yeah.
And when they turned it around, that's what they were thinking about. And they played that sequence really well. But I wonder if Storm was there, if that just breaks the game even more. That's kind of the small differences. Like, you can make a good decision in Dota. Maybe it's not the best.
Ay, nawa.
That's just...
Combo
like,
pala to
you're
no,
really-
Grimstroke.
Right.
It's not a
Subukan nga
fault.
namin
It's
yan.
not like this move he made bottom is bad by any
Grimstroke Tiny.
But it's a question of how you want to accelerate
Kahit
the game.
troll pwede.
That's why Dota is so complicated. Because sometimes there's multiple good decisions.
Ako na, makikita ata to si Boss
Such a big kill
Armel.
if they can get it, but Armel is actually going to back out at the right time here. The scan from Team Spirit had the Storm Spirit when he was low. Genuel's dead, though, as he does instead tank that smoke gank with the Siege Wagon pushing
Dagger.
in, so Team Spirit's going to be able to get a little bit of
Dagger,
mid-tower
Team
damage
Spirit,
off
mga
of
sir.
that before Storm Spirit comes back into play here.
They're still controlling this triangle.
Yeah.
Dagger,
Decent
Team
play from Spirit. They got this bottom tower for free.
Oh, Mira
Oy.
trying to tank for the
Got the
Siege
blinding
Wagon.
light.
Did manage to get the blinding light, and that just might
May
save.
bumalik.
Oh, he's going to go back in, but Armel dodges away from the Inkswell. The toss over
Ayun
the
lang.
side. Mira, he
Kaya
is
ba, kaya?
still alive with a silence.
Uy.
Oh, he gets shot by the
Bushwhack.
hoodwink, but it may
Yun
not
lang.
matter. This trade-off is
Nice.
more important.
Wala na,
Armel
wala na.
saved by the Decrepify for a second, but eventually he will go down with nowhere to run to
Done,
and
done.
nowhere to hide.
Toronto
No hiding for
Tokyo's
the
not
squirrel
done.
either. DJ, he gets caught by Toronto Tokyo. The Inkswell stun isn't quite there, though.
Nice
So
one,
DJ
nice one, nice
might
one,
be
nice
able
one.
to stay alive here. Hidden in the trees,
Raven's
collapse,
here.
cutting down. Raven's going to be able to cut across. He gets the
Nice
stun
one.
onto Toronto Tokyo. They
So,
throw out
yun
the
lang.
arena,
Uy,
but
pinangat
Toronto
ulit.
Tokyo, he's trying to get out of this arena in a way to safety, but cannot do it. Jabs ends up finishing him off with the help of Raven, who gets the last hit now. But
May
Poshka
stun
is
ba
going to
to?
be chased down potentially as well. Raven,
May
get the
stun
hell
ba
out
to?
of my way. I've got a stun. Gets it off now.
Uy.
Spear
Nice
to the side. Oh, they managed to dodge the nuke coming in from the hoodwink, but if he can't
Tiga
go
na yung
on the high
Red
ground,
King.
it means he is susceptible to Jabs' rank clicks instead.
Di ka na yung ano dun
I bet Toronto Tokyo's
Ingat din sa ano, no?
Because I think if he dies
Sa armlet.
the rest of that sequence might go better.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate on the toss target, but little overextension, big kill for Wraith King.
Yes.
He's gonna have. This is a really good game for Raven. He's gonna have a really nice timing here if he chooses to go this Deso route in terms of the objective taking. Again, his
Nice.
objective taking along with this Dragon Knight, who's also had
Nice,
a really good
nice,
early game,
nice.
is what's gonna push that Storm into the mid game. Even if Marvel
Troll
died
tayo.
twice here, it's not gonna matter as much.
Sana hindi sila matu-zero.
Make up for it.
Ano man lang, okay na yun. At least malag sila.
You feel a little. Feels like they're a little.
Ang hirap din
pressured
sa B.
Again, going for this corner.
Ay, huli. Ayun na, combo.
gameplay, but
This one, it's going to be on a fight position. May not be able to get that much. The final bit of nukes while the Decrep fight goes out is going to be enough. But if they trade
Wait lang,
out,
linis
the
na.
Bushwhack actually got cut away by that small zip.
Tiny.
The Storm Spirit now gets
Oy.
speared up. Oh no! He
Sabo-
trades his life for the Tiny instead of just outright killing the Tiny and getting out. But if they can get some more heroes here, Raven is going to be able to chase down the Mars and give respect to the Inks while play it out, get rid of the
Gets the
silence,
blink.
and get a stun ready to go. Couldn't get
get
the
it.
blink in time. Collapse. Gets caught first by Jabs, who blinks first and gets the Dragon Tail stun. Collapse, hoping to be able to hide in the trees, but the flames and fire will run him down, burn him to a crisp. Meanwhile, though, Itoro did get a free mid tower.
Yatoro's never sleeping on the job. This guy's always getting something done.
Yeah.
But a nice rundown from Fnatic there. That was kind of similar to that gank we saw on game one. Again, to this corner of the map, trying to find the solo core farming there, but this is why this is a hard gank. The response can come super fast on that tier 1 Radiant. And again, this Tiny's looking, but this is just a hard part of the map for them to find these kills. It's very deep. You're not going to have the vision. The tier 1 response can be fast. It's a tough one.
Sorry, I was laughing at Toronto Tokyo using the neutral creep to toss over to the lane, the lane creeps, to try and get some CS and push in the wave. It was pretty cute.
Efficiency.
Max efficiency.
Every little bit.
He's got an Arcane Rune and a Coddle, so I feel like, yeah,
They're smoking again.
it's go time. It's time to
Grabe.
make some more moves happen.
Ang laking tulong talaga ng Kotol, eh, no?
Yeah.
We're seeing it reflected in the net worth. Not that this is bad, but they really are trying to get a lot done in this one.
Ganda ng ginagawa nilang apat, eh, no?
Super
Is
strong off the
talaga
bat.
sa troll, eh.
The smoke
Pero
leading out, they're
nakuha
gonna go for the
dito.
quick kill on a collapse with the rest of Spirit. He's gonna be able to respond.
Oh.
It's gonna be Raven actually keeping Raven at bay, keeps himself alive in the
Yun
backline.
lang.
Gets caught. They get
Huli
caught by
support
the
sa
double
likod.
sounds of the groom stroke. Jabs has managed to get a stone in him.
Dalawang support yun, mga sir.
Armel and Raven are kiting out Utoro right now. Utoro's
ulti.
gonna have to pop the ultimate and manage to get off the ensnare onto the stun with the
Oh,
toss
boy,
up in the air.
gabo.
Toronto
Patay.
Tokyo ensures the Storm Spirit kill, and they finish up the first life with Raven, who tries to go for the kill and does manage
Nice
to
one.
get it. Utoro dies, and
Wasn't.
maybe Mira's in trouble next. Jabs and
Another
Raven
combo.
couldn't quite catch him. Another combo laid down. He's gonna go for a TP out. No more stuns, and he's right. He's safe. Jabs went in though.
Yun lang,
Jabs
yun
went
lang,
in
yun
by
lang.
himself with his carry leaving,
yun lang.
and are they gonna run out of damage? Damn, Jabs with the double bracer, one stacks, and now a Pugna TPing in. They don't have enough damage to be able to take him down the first time.
Wala
But
rating,
a
eh.
second,
Ayos sila, Gago.
a second with the
He's not
avalanche, with the Inkswell, with the urn, he turns around, does manage to get the stun off.
Get the toss.
Oh, a little bit of life drain, couldn't get the toss off. A Bushwhack goes in, and now Armel,
Nice,
he's
Armel.
back into play, zips in,
Well
finishes
played.
off
Uy,
the
nice
storm.
toss.
A toss over, awkward positioning, almost getting Maposhka killed as Toronto Tokyo trying to save his own life, almost kills his support.
Tika na yun.
Great idea there from Jabs. I mean, he had a better read than I did. I was like, 1 versus 3, what are you doing? But he actually managed to bait them in and get the tiny kill.
I mean, he had no choice.
Yeah,
You're
true.
stuck in the arena. You got to fight, so he's TPing in there. I almost think Raven could have maybe taken that fight with them after the tiny combo because there's
Yeah.
nothing left in the tank. I understand him getting out there, though. He feels like he's having such a good game. Dying there is such a high risk for minimal return.
Yeah.
Oo.
And Fnatic showing some scrappiness
Okay din
in
naman yung
these
ginawa
fights.
ni Raven.
Again,
Ang laking ano
I
pag
think
namatay
Spirit's
niya.
feeling a bit. It seems like they're pressured to make some stuff happen, and that fight execution was again insane. Multiple heroes living on 30 or less HP there. Both Collapse and Yatoro.
This has got to be their last.
Ano
move,
naman,
right?
isa
It's
odi
gotta be
agad,
their
oh.
last
About to
smoke
say,
for a
like,
while.
How many
Grabe.
these guys have, but
Sabi
this has
smoke,
gotta
eh,
be the
no?
last one, and again, the
Pag
same
may
3-0
nakikita
from
talaga.
Squad here. While, you know, Collapse, the one position is farming.
Yan,
And
baka may
Toro
mga
Tokyo
ka-party
is
kayo or
farming.
ano, gamitin nyo to.
Toro Tokyo taking up that 3 roll.
Grabe rotation na to.
They're looking on mid. Their ward's dying though.
Yeah, that kind of gives away the smoke gank, right? There's an award that appeared out of thin air.
It might have been there. I'm not sure if it was there from the previous fight or not, but yeah. Fnatic definitely smelled this one. And honestly, I'm not even sure that if they go in there, I think they die.
Yeah.
Return. No one on Fnatic's alone, so they'll buy sometime on the map.
See, they got this line of vision. A little bit of vision in their enemy jungle, river ward, and top. Just this little like line across, protecting their triangle area. Team Spirit now out of smoke.
Ganda
they're
talaga
gonna
ng
have a
pug na
hard
support,
time
eh,
with
no?
that kind of vision.
May Logi, sabi ka ay ng word, ay ng mana.
Tiny smokes.
May
They
kotol,
accomplished a little, but honestly,
Yasha, Mel.
I don't think they did enough for
Sakit,
how
no?
much was invested in it. I don't think Team Spirit's super happy with that. Maybe if that mid fight goes better, I think they would have been super content, but this is going to give Fnatic a decent window because they are going triple BKB here. Normally I think you can go more aggressive with Deso on Wraith King, but this is just, they're going to have all 3 in the next minute. And if we look at what Team Spirit has to deal with it, not a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think Yatoro's big enough yet where they have enough damage to pierce these BKBs and take that fight in the 9 seconds where DK's stunning somebody, Wraith King's stunning somebody, Storm is stunning somebody, Hoodwink's stunning somebody, Pugna's got an Abyssal, he's stunning somebody, so you're going to have to take the fight once you get locked down, and triple BKB is going to be insanely strong for Fnatic here.
Do you feel like by doing this like all-in triple BKB, especially on the Wraith King, is there a certain amount of a lead? Like, how much does Fnatic have to get accomplished with this, right? Because you can't just have like an even, like 10-15 minutes from now, the game can't still be even.
No, you want to get
BKB,
stuff done,
right? Yeah.
This is not triple BKB keep farming. This is, I mean, I hope not. I say that, and historically, there's a lot of teams that keep farming. I think it's triple BKB, force the Roche.
Yeah.
Or, like, you have the vision, they have some good vision on the map, just smoke, take an aggressive fight.
Push the
jump
Roche.
core. I think if you jump any of the cores, you can take the fight afterwards, because there just is no defensive capability
Huli, oh.
on Team
Oh,
Spirit right
diyan
now.
lang.
They don't have their own BKB.
Di na huli.
Control just got a Manta, but he'll get chain stunned. And this is not like last game, where last game Spirit had double saving supports.
Close fight, close fight.
I'll heal reload.
Manta na,
This
Manta.
game, Grim Coddle,
Attack
double
speed ang
aggressive, so
ano natin dito.
if
Control
you
attack
jump
speed.
the Team Spirit lineup, the fight should go a lot better for you. And that's what the BKBs are allowing them to do. So I would really like to see a mid lane double, or even just force this tier 2.
Wraith King BKB din.
He's super good at just doing these casual tower pushes. He can just hold his BKB super long because he has that first light.
They do a vision here, but our men
Oh!
with that BKB follow-up, that's a beauty. Tiny just needs a little bit more damage, and Jabs is on the other side. He can lend a helping hand, but he can also
Grabe
maybe
naman
help get
yun,
Mira,
Boss
though
Armel.
nobody else was able to chase after that. He'll do a bit of mid-tower damage. Raven's
Ganda naman
actually
nun.
making the call. Let's just go high ground,
Yeah,
guys.
why not? 20 minutes, you got the skeletons. You got Tiny dead for 30, you know he doesn't have buy. There's a poke here from Collapse.
BKB.
Alright, BKB forced early on though.
Yeah, he throws out the arena here. Jabs is stuck inside of it, but Raven still has an extra life here. Jabs, he's
Yun
going to
lang.
be the victim of this arena, perhaps. As they, oh no, the decrep! Utoro! Okay, fortunately, he's able to close that distance just in time. Whirling axes help finish him off, and it looks like the rest of the team
Oh,
just
just
need
go-
to get out now, so that means a +1. They're going to be able to find the Pugna kill. Collapses killer instincts once again, netting a
Grabe talaga,
really
Collapse,
favorable
no?
response to what was
Wala naman silang
a
words dun.
disastrous setup. I mean, the fact that they
Sentry
were
lang yun
able
eh.
to go high ground at 20
Sentry lang
minutes
andun
is
eh.
Fnatic. That
Grabe, no?
was looking a little dicey for Spirit.
I think you're probably supposed to go Roche there.
Ang galang ano to,
Guaranteed
Collapse
Roche
to.
for your Storm.
Now they
Anak ni
give away
Gabe
Rose
yata
onto
to eh.
Team Spirit.
This is not what you
Binubulungan
want to
kung
give away.
asan eh.
But at
Uy.
the same time, they don't want
Nice
to give up
toss.
more pickoffs, and that's what's going to happen. Toronto, Tokyo tosses back whoever gets too close, and it looks like now Roshan is going to be given up.
And on this Storm.
Sorry, naubo.
Disastrous, like
COVID.
2 minutes there off of what looked like, I was going to say, a beautiful use of your observer wards with the early BKB on Storm and that Arcane Rune to get that double pick off. I think if you instantly go Roche Pit there, you convert on that, and maybe you go high ground after. A bit of mis-sequencing maybe, and underestimating how confident Spirit would be to take this fight. Also, Jabs, he just gets stuck in this arena and doesn't have his BKB. It's flying out here.
Yeah. They had their BKBs flying out, and Armel used a big jump at the very start for a fresh BKB on Collapse.
That Drain also self-interrupted, I think, so...
Oh, really?
Maybe just some minor misclicking. Maybe it saves him, not sure, but either way, he's throwing a lot back. And
a lot could be forgiven here if they manage to pick off Yotaro with his Aegis. They're actually circling around here. Jabs, if he finds
him, though.
Spots him for a second, can't get off the Dragon Tail quick enough and pushed away by Mira. A missed opportunity for Fnatic as Yotaro, he knows he almost just bit the dust there at least once.
Insta TP's bottom.
Grabe naman yun.
He's just gonna get the lane pressure back out. Use this Aegis. Not be afraid of anything on the map. Knows they're all top. That was another Arcane Rune for Armel too, so that was a fight they would have been super happy to take.
Skadi yata ito. Hindi, Basher.
Powerhouse for a couple reasons, but
Basher ba yun?
the
Ano?
nulls, the effect that the nulls and the Kaya have with this hero when he has an Arcane Rune is just something else. It's the way it compounds is ridiculous.
Ooh, Fnatic. Could this be the same mistake twice? They're going to go for the high ground push again. But this time they're facing up against the team that has Aegis.
Eh, high ground nila. Ay, walang TP troll.
Interesting push.
Walang TP troll.
They know this troll TP'd bottom, right?
Yeah.
It can't be here.
That's true.
Walang TP troll eh.
It's a hard push. I mean,
Mahirap
a
yun.
lot can go wrong.
Hindi nila mapapush yun.
That from last time.
So maybe their confidence whittled away from a bad fight.
I mean, it's also just, you go there, you hit this tower, you force some heroes back, you get some vision. It can be a pretty low committal move. You don't even need to necessarily bring 5 if you know they're not going to fight you. It's like an information play, you know?
Yeah. It's also, I was going to say it's a game of chicken. Because, like, Team Spirit also said, you're not really going to go high ground. They didn't really rotate heroes up there. They weren't like
was smoked, so...
Oh, really?
I think they might have smoked Troll to try and get him back there faster.
Oh,
I think they actually thought they were gonna commit to that high ground, and then once they saw they backed off, all right, I'll keep farming.
Yeah.
But
so I mean, that means they did get something out of him.
Yeah, and they don't know it, but it's another smoke down for Spirit, and we saw them use a lot of those early on.
What do you think about this Linken's over BKB from Yotaro?
I was just looking at that.
Yeah.
It's something interesting about this team. They really like these Linken spheres. I remember watching a game of theirs where they had 3 or 4 at least in a game where I didn't even think it was that amazing, but...
Yotaro, he just showed himself in the top lane, so Fnatic are immediately going to make the jump into bottom. They're getting the chain stun onto the Mars. Collapse gets off the BKB, but he's already taken too much damage. They try and go for the kill onto Armel, but he got off his BKB first, but they're recalled in Yotaro, so he is actually here. He's going to be able to help them with the fight unless, oh no, this chain stun Toronto Chokyo gets away.
Grabe.
Life number 1 down, but Jab's still chasing after Toronto.
Pero may ulti pa to, may ulti. Nice one, nice.
If they can help him out, they should be able to keep Jabs
Sabog
alive here, keep the chain stuns, but no, Mira actually with the magic damage is able to finish off that Dragon Knight, and Fnatic are gonna have to maybe keep on the retreat here. They're trying to finish up the Aegis, but at the same time, it's only up for another 70 seconds, so...
May Aegis pa, 1 minute.
That's a decent fight for them.
Ganda ng match na yun.
You want your Storm Spirit to live through these.
Ganda naman nung laban na yun.
Definitely take it on the back end of this Aegis. The tiny kill is huge there.
Yan, sa mga bago nanonood, yan, welcome po kayo sa channel natin. Game 2 na po ito ng Fnatic, Team Spirit, Group B. Panalo kanina, Team Spirit.
It was so committed for this tiny in terms of trying to make stuff happen.
And Group B pa lang to, Group
still
stage.
a little bit far behind.
1-0 Team Spirit.
Mars, which we've seen him do a lot of work.
And thank you pala sa ESL One. Credit sa inyo
itong
mga video na to na napapanood namin.
Which is something that Fnatic did not expect. So Troll being able to be there in that fight
Ganda.
is what helps the get the kill on Storm Spirit.
And just a
Patay agad yung Storm. Sayang, no?
Getting a huge amount of work done.
Ganda.
And I honestly thought they might have been able to extend this fight here, you know, at this point in time. if you can kite it out, but that Coddle Blast is taking out the DK.
Well played.
That was
Galing talaga.
That's the power. This
Powerhouse talaga tong yung ano.
Also, Mira.
Team Spirit.
I feel like Mira's the,
Galing talaga.
it's like an unsung
Daming
hero.
mga bagong team ngayon sa
Yeah,
Dota na
it's like
sobrang
the
gagaling.
quiet guy. You don't hear a lot about him.
Thunder,
Everybody talks
Predator,
about
but
Collapse
that-
Magnus and Yotoro.
Gaimin Gladiator. Ngayon, mga bagong team. Pero nag-champion na yun yung Gaimin Gladiator. Hindi ko lang alam kung NA o
I
ano.
feel like he's never feeding. Kind of reminds me of like
TSM din.
Sox's play.
Sila Moonminder ba yun?
Just super consistent, always has
Galing
high
din ng
net
mga.
worth, always has high team fight impact. Maybe not like the flashiest plays every game, right? But honestly, you cannot ask much more from a forward position. I feel like he's done a huge amount of
Is
work
ano,
this game.
Stockholm ba?
He was having a rough
Stockholm
earlier,
Major.
so
Ito yung una nating major sa loob ng
Coddle
dalawang
does a lot
taon
of
na
damage in these fights if he's
nagkaroon na ng fans ulit.
untouched in the back.
Kaso malayo.
To get 4 or 5
Sweden
blasts
yata to.
Have I told you my Mira Snapfire story?
Sweden ba?
Don't believe you have.
Di ako sure.
See if
Check
there's
natin sa
gonna be
Google.
any sort of clash here.
Bakit mag-fake?
Polska bought up
Bakit
an early
mag-fake
gem and
news?
gave it over to Mira, and they are ready to
Stockholm
fight still.
Major.
It's the recall.
We can tell him to pause the game.
Check
Yeah,
natin.
Just tell stories. Yeah.
It was
Just write it in the all chat. I'm sure.
it was when we were covering Eastern Europe last year of the DPC, and Team Spirit were like, you know, these no names basically at the
Yan,
time.
Sweden nga, Sweden.
And, but-
Havet
no,
or
no
Hovet
name.
Arena.
I mean, it's true. In their very first season of the
Stockholm,
DPC, there was a
Sweden.
lot of these players who just
tama
were
naman.
not known at all. This was like their first team for many of them. And we had a game where Mira, I looked it up beforehand. I was like, this guy.
5 days yata to na group stage.
And it was like, oh, it's his first professional match on Snapfire. Maybe he has a smart.
Yung top 4 upper bracket.
Played a lot of Snapfire or something.
Yung
We
5
get him in the post-game interview
5
where
to
he
6
dominates with Snapfire. They win
upper
that
bracket,
game, he
ganun
dominates
pala
with
yun.
Snapfire. And we asked him about it.
Tas 3
I asked him, you know,
streams.
like, so how much
Grabe,
Snapfire do
no?
you actually play? Because this is your first professional
Ngayon ko lang
match
nakita
with
tong
it.
format
And he
na
was
to.
like, he said, I haven't actually played any pubs with it. Just a couple of scrims. It's not a hard hero. Pretty easy. I was like, what? What do you mean? You can't just show up to professional matches having played just a couple games on a hero and
What do
win
you
like
mean?
that.
I did that for years. I just wasn't as good.
Well,
If
that's
you're as good as he
Para
is, you can
dito.
do that, you know?
yeah, that's true.
Ah, 1K gold
like
lead.
that instance of
2016. Damang sa kills
I just
Fnatic.
point to Mira as being like one of the most individually talented Dota players in the scene.
He's
right
definitely very, very mechanically
And
skilled.
maganda
That's also
bukas.
a forward player thing.
6 PM yata, 6
Every
PM.
team I've been on, all
OG
these
versus
forward players, they
T1.
can play every hero in the game. You ask him, you know,
Bukas yan, bukas.
Yeah.
any of these
OG
any of these
versus
forwards,
T1.
you know, teams with Crit, Psy back in the day, MSS, they're all, oh, you want to play Brewmaster?
Oh, di
sure.
naman to.
Oh, you want to
Okay
play
din
Beast
yun,
Position
smokes
4?
up.
Oh, yeah, I'll play that, you know. They
Ako
think
yari,
everybody
to
knows
mid.
signature. And speaking of signature,
Tapos sinasabi ko, ang galing naman nun.
They are going to be able to get the chains done.
Oh, huli
here.
agad.
They
Oy,
will
kaso,
go
oy,
quick kill on
patay.
Polska at the same time. They
Tapos
do
ka,
have
may
a
isa
really
pang
good
buhay
read
to,
of the
buyback.
pitches of the two supports. DJ gets himself out with the ultimate to Krem 5. Januel's keeping
Grabe
himself
yun, Tos.
alive.
Patay dito,
Builds
eh.
up mana.
May
That's
rating
always
dito,
a rating
bugbog.
behind on his second life,
Wala
and
na,
Jabs
naiiwan.
now no longer
Grabe
has
yung
any
Yatoro.
damage behind him. Polska, his
Wala na.
buyback ensures
Taas
that
kamay,
there
taas
was
kamay.
going to be a successful fight for Spirit no matter
Wala
what.
yun, taas kamay yun.
Fnatic losing out
Ghosting.
on 3 heroes, 2 cores in that fight.
Taas
that is the
kamay.
power of this troll Wraith King matchup. If you get on top of him, and there's
Sakit eh,
not
Basher,
that
Lincoln.
control that can come out
Manta,
behind,
BKB, oh.
good luck.
Pasanatic na
You're
rin.
talking about the aggressiveness from these Spirit supports.
Di
One
mo
of
na
the
tumaawat
things these
eh.
guys always think about is
May
they're really good
Lincoln.
at balancing the offensive damage with the defensive capability. We saw this Lincoln's on Yotoro. We see a Glimmer on Mira. We see the Shard on Maposhka Grim, which is a huge dispel this game. Because if he throws it on this troll who gets jumped, or this Mars who gets jumped, it stops the chain stun from Fnatic, and their lineup is built around this chain stun. of the
Oo,
Viper.
ang ganda nung ano,
We saw in a
ang ganda
lot of
nung
those
shard.
earlier fights is the DK blink
Patay.
and the bushwhack.
Drawn to Tokyo. Oh no, the 2 supports. They need damage. They're at the right. Finally finish them off.
Ah, galing na dalawang support ah.
Gets stopped here in their
Yun lang.
tracks.
Pero okay na yun.
And 2 of them with the spear, pretty easily done. But
Ang
it
kulit
does
ng
seem
dalawang
like
support
that
na to.
is a massive kill.
Yeah.
Ano, malaking kill yun ah.
Stalling out the game there, getting a help
Patay tayo ni.
Yeah.
But these fights are getting hard because again, the defensive capability to stop some of those chain stuns is what's going to matter the most. And the second that happens, he gets his ult off, he gets his BKB off, Mars gets his BKB off, and suddenly, like we saw there, you're in a man-to-man fight without disables versus troll.
Control, oh. Uy, kita na naman, patay.
Collapse. Saw the opportunity here to be able to catch Jabs. Missed down.
Uy, naku po, nag-bash.
From Utoro as he flips over to the melee side just in time to be able to get the bash.
Slow.
They might be able to get this Dragon Egg with no longer having the BKB. He got him again. Another range
bash.
Raven's coming in.
No, kawawa to.
He doesn't have any heroes, or does he? Armel with a fresh Aghanim Scepter. He's going to be able to get a two-man pull, but the damage behind it, minimal double BKBs pop right as the Bushwhack was coming in. So no disabled stopping them from being able to beat down Raven on a second life. Now Armel speared over. Oh, that is just sad. That should have been a spear to the clip.
2-0 tayo dito, mga sir.
This guy hasn't hit enough spears. He can miss one every now and then, you know.
I mean,
he's human. He's not a
Is that even a miss? You should be able to spear to this wall, right?
No, you can't. You can't spear.
Wait, what? Oh, that's right. They're not cliffs. Sorry.
It's amateur hour.
Yeah. My bad. Maybe he was aiming for the tree over here.
It's another fight. It's just so hard for Fnatic once this troll gets the man up on that.
Tara na stock eh, amateur to.
Saw that Ags.
That will be an amateur casting.
The Ags storm this game is there isn't really any follow.
Sakit.
Maybe you land some crazy good bushwhack, but
I was gonna talk to you about the shard and like who's gonna get it? Because surely like troll rampage. Do you really want that? Oh, apparently yes, you do want that.
I mean the status resist is pretty good this game, right?
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah.
I mean I'm sure you use it for the other one, but conceptually it's not the word. It's not that bad of a shard.
Yeah.
Also, all his other teammates have it. So.
Oh shit, they all do.
It's 5 shard game.
Ay, nag-gym. Okay, para sa Glimmer.
I don't know. It's just such a hard game for Raven to run in and man fight, and it feels like if he can't, I don't know where the damage is gonna come from.
Yeah.
Wala, hinahawakan na rin siya eh.
This is again into Spirit's wheelhouse. Like this point in these types of games, they're just so comfortable.
Mahirap na kay Chip Armel. DK. Wala, matagal pa mga ka-Elder Dragon to.
Collapse.
Mag-Halberg. Halberg yata pwede dito. Wala ba nag-Halberg? Report pag walang Halberg.
But like Collapse immediately put pressure on him, and now he's got even more pressure. He's got an overwhelming play.
So. Of course he does, you know?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, again, he's basically been the 2 this game. So him just playing greedy and building the scale and up that damage is it's a decent way to do it.
He's gonna go for some chain sending of his own with Refresher next item.
Also, I do want to mention though those ranged first hit bashes. I mean, come on. I know your name's on the Aegis, but like, yo, chill out, dog. You know, this guy's a family.
You don't think that first one? Didn't he do the switch over to melee trick?
He skull basher.
Really?
Wait, na naman.
Well, no, I'm saying when you switch over to melee, it counts as a melee hit,
but it's
right?
still
It gives
like
you the melee percentage.
It's still first hit bash. You know?
That's true.
You gotta be salty every time.
Force Staff gets Raven just over the line, saves his reincarnation for another day, and that day is coming soon as Team Spirit have 2.5 minutes left on the Aegis. Surely they want to be able to use it, especially with a BKB in his backpack right now.
May backpack
to replace
BKB
the
pa.
Aegis on the second life.
So, ano?
He's too rich.
Abyssal?
You gotta donate something here.
Abyssal yung sunod niya,
Share the wealth. Collapse, he's looking.
He's looking. He's got the swell jabs.
Tinamaan.
Doesn't have
Patay.
BKB, so with the
May gem pa naman yun.
and the spear up now, Utoro not quite sure if he wants to commit. The
Uy.
prep fight's actually saving some time here. Jabs looking to be able to
Patay
get out.
dito, patay
Armel
dito.
only grabbing mirror right
Uy,
now.
uy, uy, napag-ulti.
Oh no, Armel bashed up. He
Uy,
needs to be able to jump
uy,
in.
uy, uy.
Gets a little bit of distance here. Toro
Uy,
cleaning
galit na
up
galit
other
yung troll.
heroes on his way to the Storm Spirit.
Awatin niyo yung troll, awatin niyo yung troll.
The Pugnet get blasted down. Utoro is gonna lose. Oh, nice jump from Armel. What a response from Toro.
Wala sa mana.
He's out.
Wala sa mana.
Tokyo catching him with the top. not matter.
Wala na.
More nulls.
Tapos na yata ang boxing dito mga sir.
Yeah, he's only got 2 null talismans, so
2-0 tayo. Grabe yung troll, galit.
Buyback.
he does. Does he have the hero?
Bawi na lang. Bawi na lang next major.
I don't know.
First game pa lang naman.
Yutoro.
Ikaw ba naman, first game mo.
There's no Mars.
T-spirit agad eh.
It's one of those things where if you don't take this fight, is the next one going to be better for you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They'll at least have 5 heroes as they do have the tier 2 up top lane, so they could just kind of keep it here.
Grabe naman
Oh,
itong
stop
mga
here.
to.
Somebody stop this man. He's D-warding right in front of your base with no allies.
He's got an A on disc.
Yes, he does.
And Yutoro, he finishes Abyssal, so
Ah, mga sir, GG na to.
Storm's game
Tapos ang
just that
boxing.
much harder. If it wasn't hard enough.
Grabe, nagpa-farm pa rin siya talaga eh, no?
And they're just going to go down top. Try and close this game out. Refresher on collapse, so
Tuloy pa rin ang boxing eh.
it's got to be some crazy extended fight for Fnatic. Abuse the Storm base jumps. Like, play for their BKBs to be down so you can get multi-core hero pulls. And that's what's going to allow Wraith King to go in the fight. It's not impossible. Storm Spirit hero is really strong at defending base. They also have this boomerang up on Hoodwink, so...
Salamat sa mga nag-subscribe sa page na, ay sa channel natin sa YouTube. Nag-stream din ako sa Twitch at sa Facebook, if you have Facebook. Uy, nahuli.
He's going
Uy.
to try and quickly kill Moposhka. They do manage to get him. The first life may be forfeit here for the Wraith King to actually interrupt, though. Bushwhack does go down. They're trying to change that stun. They manage to get him with the chain stun. They finish Mob Toronto. Tokyo dies as well. Collapse.
Patay si Collapse. Uy, kaya pa to. Hindi pa to tapos. Let's go, di pa tapos. Suko agad tayo. Di tayo susuko. Uy, wala siyang mana.
For the rest of these heroes, do they have an idea where Moposhka is? Doesn't look like it.
That was insane burst. What even was that? Just boomerang Hoodwink ult on this troll. Yutoro did not expect that. He had opportunity to pop BKB or ult, but he just did not expect how much burst was going to come out. Wraith can crit afterwards. That seemed like such a weird jump to work out for Fnatic there by Raven.
Yeah.
It's a great target for him to find on that Moposhka. Grim instantly gets the burst, doesn't miss. And then, but then he's kind of stuck in there, right?
Yep, yep.
And if Team Spirit just commits with all their cores and the BKBs, it could have looked like those other fights, but insanely nice gameplay to find that window there. They know their win condition in terms of how to win these fights is bursting his troll before he gets anything off. Extremely nice spellcasting here by Fnatic, especially DJ. Getting all of those spells off incredibly fast on that troll.
Raven, I guess he feels like he needs all of his items, so he's gonna go Moonshard. Like he's not gonna try and replace something with an AC or like replace his boots.
You need the burst. You need the burst, I guess.
Yeah.
The other option's Divine, I think.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Be
It's just,
okay.
it's weird going Moonshard on the hero that. You know,
Di pa papalag pa
has
tayo
the
mga
crit
kaibigan.
that's
Di pa
based off
tapos. Di pa
cooldown
basag ang
rather
well.
than-
Di tayo susuko. Di pa basag yung well eh.
Oh,
People always forget about the night vision,
the
but
night vision.
he's going in like that. So Fnatic showing some life here, bringing this 20k advantage back down by a decent chunk.
Di pa basag yung
Now
well
Storm
eh.
is up to Lincoln's in level 25. If he can get to the shard, these overload procs are pretty significant as well. And now
Kaya
they're
to.
starting to pick up.
May 40
As
pa
long as
eh.
they can
May DD
extend
pa.
the
Swerte
fights,
may DD.
I can see the later portion of the fights
Oh,
going
ito yung
very
DD.
well for them.
Yeah.
There's a question if they can survive.
Oh, ay may DD.
We even saw the halberd on Jabs doing some work there.
They have a double damage on Troll.
Sabi na may
They're
DD.
trying to do one of those plays like one person is defending, they pick them off inside of the base, but they're patient enough. They might just be able to catch. No, Fnatic is actually 5-man TPing back before they show anybody.
Know.
That's pretty smart. They knew.
I wonder if they saw any auras. I don't even think Spirit has an aura, do they?
Galing yun.
That's pretty weird, but
Walang nagawa ay pag walang napitas no,
normally
alis.
in these situations, you
Kung
see
sa
something
atin yun, tuloy yun.
and you'll see, like,
G yun,
something,
G.
you know they're there.
Kung
But
sa
actually,
ating pub
Spirit
game yun,
doesn't have a single
tuloy yun.
aura.
Yeah, I don't think
Napag
so.
SOD na tayo, tuloy na natin yun.
That's pretty interesting, but just good read by Fnatic, not getting that window.
MKB.
Now they're smoking up
Yun,
top.
may Halberg na. May pambili na yung DK na Elder Drag. Kaso ayun na nga, binay na. Binay. Ito na.
Not the best damage, but
Let's go.
A lot tankier.
Let's go,
Yeah, that's
Fnatic.
The biggest thing for me is like he will just survive.
Yan,
alone.
paunahan niyo yung Raid King. Kaya yan, SOD na naman. Mangihilig sa SOD.
Like, you
Ano
either
mga
want
to?
a crazy good storm jump or you want to extend the fight.
No.
Anything that helps ease what's Fnatic's looking to do to win this game.
Soul rin.
They're getting some items to extend these fights. Again, the Halberd,
Diyan na sila
Glimmer
naramdaman.
Force on the Pugna,
Scan ba?
the
Ayun na,
Satanic on
susulatan na.
Raven. This is a build designed for him to
Hey,
last
post
as long as possible, not kill
post.
as fast as possible.
Post, kinabahan,
They're looking
post.
to extend the fights, potentially just take it around their base and then swing the game that way.
Ginilig lang.
Which again, not a bad route to take when you're playing these Storm Spirit lineups, because that's where he thrives, off these just fountain jump.
looks like he's also thinking about overwhelming Blink. Is that, is Swift Blink just not, because there used to be a period of time where the Wraith Kings would go Swift Blink. I mean, everybody was going Swift
Courier.
Blink back then. Is it
Point.
not the preferred item
Courier, may courier.
for these
Hindi,
strong
pinapambait yata nila.
The strength
Yung
blink
bibait
got
yung
buffed
courier.
a bit, the Swift Blink got
Ayun
nerfed
na.
a little, so it swings people's opinions.
Para maano yung ano nila, SOD. Ayun na nga.
He's a strength hero, right? So
Sure.
Rush.
Extra burst damage.
he's just looking here.
He's gonna walk right in.
DK.
He's actually gonna go for it. Actually goes for the
Oy,
toss, but
nakita
not
troll,
the
nakita
toss
troll,
anymore.
oy.
Meanwhile, the Dragonite trying to interrupt your Toro.
Pinag-BKB na.
He gets his BKB
Patay
off and he
DK.
starts focusing
Patay
down on the
DK.
Dragonite. They
Boys
manage to kill him
bashing
and he
him.
does it. Oh, he gets the bash. Charmel.
Oy, GG.
No! A tree swing finishes him off. I think it was even an Echo Saber swing. Catches Armel when he had the mana to be able to zip away. What a disaster.
Yung ano?
And with no buybacks
Yung
from
clip
Armel or
ng Echo Saber.
Team Spirit, they can end it now.
Ano, pwede na tapos.
You're buying out there.
Yeah.
Tapusin.
Game.
Nice game.
For Raven, like,
Kala ko pag-asa pa eh.
gets his team baited a little bit. We're just seeing how much damage your Toro does.
Nice game mga tol.
Gets the opportunity.
Bukas ulit,
That is
bukas.
that troll storm matchup.
Ang ano natin, yung ano,
It is
yung OG versus T1, alas 6 yata.
even just forcing you out of the fight. This is a very tough matchup to play.
OG versus T1.
You're gonna try and hold down for Megas here,
Maganda rin
but,
panoorin yun.
with 45 seconds
Tas
left
meron
on Storm
pang boom
Spirit,
ulit eh.
probably the best hero they have for a home-based
Raven bot
defense.
Divine.
Uy, Divine,
Let's see what
Red
Raven
King.
can do here.
Divine to, Divine. Wala na, isa't isa na.
First, immediately gets speared back, and Yutaro's just
Isa't isa na.
focusing on
Wala
the
na.
buildings. Maybe
Wala
a
rin.
little bit of time to go for the Wraith King here in his first life.
He wants his rapier.
Wala din.
He wants that rapier into
Wala
his
na.
own hands. Pops the ultimate immediately. He
Wala na.
He
Wala
can't pick
na.
up the rapier.
Wala na.
Oh no.
Di ba kapay?
The end game screen is so bad for him now.
Ay, GG mga tol.
5 slotted troll at 43 minutes.
Grabe si Toro.
That's a
Tanggal ang taong to.
what a shame. An unfortunate performance from that man right there. You see on the screen, unable to
Walangot
pick
po.
up the
Uy.
finishing fine rapier in
Simple
time.
lang oh. May camera tol. Wag muna tol.
This game being a
Kaya
little bit
wala
more
ko, tol.
back and forth. I mean, there was definitely some periods of time
Tas
where
kinain.
Fnatic
Gagi,
really
simple
could
lang
take
yun, ah.
control of the game,
Hardcore ah.
but ultimately, for me,
Okay,
anyway, my
okay.
view of this game was like Fnatic.
Kinain ng wala tapos kinain. Okay yun ah. Kaya palang galing mag-farm eh. Okay, paano? GG na tayo, GG.